Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, what is going on? This is the Club of the Man 1993, and at 2:38 in the morning, we are live for another live review. As I took my shower, got my second wind, I recorded a turn alert that I will upload after this video, so I'm going to do this live stream. And if I'm feeling up for it, I have one more video I want to record. It's a short one, so that's why I am probably going to do it. I don't know if any of you guys are still awake or not, but I'm energetic. I'm excited for my week off coming up. And so I'm going to keep going and review Smackdown before I go to bed. This is, of course, the September 23rd, 2022 edition of Smackdown. It took place tonight in Salt Lake City, Utah. I thought SmackDown was actually a little bit better than it's been recently. There were some things that just was what it was. A couple of things I was like meh about. There's a couple things that I really like though. Such as the opening segment. Surprisingly, I kind of liked how they both Liv Morgan tonight. Opening segment, Liv Morgan, and the main event. The main event was a very, very fun match. And I am definitely becoming more and more of a fan of the Brawling Brutes. And believe it or not, the turn what I did is on them. I kept thinking for a while now, since this whole feud with Sheamus and Gunther started, that it was going to be like kind of like a temporary thing. Like, you can feel like, you know, in the booking, if it's like temporary, like if they're like I'm across the board as the babyface, like, well, they need like someone to be like the baby face of the feud, so they're being built like badasses, but they're still heels. Really, the way that they were carrying themselves, the way that they, you know, were delivering their promos tonight, and the way they were reacting with the audience and whatnot, I think I can more so consider the Brawling Brutes more permanent faces. And I'm intrigued by them. And, you know, for reasons I will explain on here, and I'll also explain in my turn alert that I actually did pre-record before I did this stream. So, we will talk about all that stuff very quickly here. I don't want to be here too long, but I actually, again, thought tonight's episode of SmackDown was pretty solid. I liked it. We had another match set up for Extreme Rules. Different, but okay. I'll also address the whole White Rabbit stuff as well, really quick. But of course, we actually have somebody in the live chat, and it is Tyler. Still awake there, buddy. Thank you for joining me, though, late, Tyler. He still thinks Liv is a joke as champion. She has not had a smooth reign, that's for sure. He wants Charlotte back, and he wants Ronda fired. He gave the show a C-. Here got Extreme Rules is in 2 weeks, which I'm actually very excited for. There's actually some really good matches I'm looking forward to. And, of course, split the world and tag titles. I did hear a rumor recently that they're probably not going to do a draft until after WrestleMania. So I'm feeling they may keep the titles merged until then. I feel is what they're probably going to do. And if that's the case, fine. I'm still thinking also that, because I keep saying they're really establishing tag team wrestling a lot more, I feel like, on SmackDown than Raw right now also. So I'm still wondering if they're trying to get all the tag teams over on SmackDown. Because that's what it feels like right now. But let's roll in and talk about SmackDown real quick. So we opened up with the Bloodline, as it was advertised that Roman Reigns would be making an appearance in response from his press conference with Logan Paul and a WWE's crown jewel in like a little over a month. We're going to be getting in the main event, Roman Reigns versus Logan Paul for the Universal Championship. Now, I'm not going to deny, again, Logan Paul has been very impressive in the ring. I think it could be a solid match. But I still don't like the idea of Logan Paul getting a world title shot as a babyface in his second ever singles match in his life. I don't like that. I'm sorry. I do not like it. But anyways, the Bloodline came out. And Roman tells Salt Lake City to acknowledge him. He passes the mic back to Paul Heyman, who says the entire universe belongs to the Island of Relevancy, and sitting on the throne in his home turf is the tribal chief, Roman Reigns. And now that Drew McIntyre has another bridge to, well, cross, get it? Because carrying cross. Heyman wants to talk about Solo Sikoa. He wishes he could take credit, but it wasn't his idea or Roman's. And while some people might like to take credit, which Heyman gets close to Sami Zayn, no, Solo was sent by the elders of the Samoan dynasty. Solo was sent because Brock Lesnar took Paul Heyman out, and the Usos have full plates. And somebody had to stop these conspiracies against the head of the table. And he thought the Bloodline was unstoppable before, and they were. There's an enforcer now to stop everyone trying to take Roman's throne, which of course is Solo Sikoa. This opens Jimmy and Jay up to concentrate on their pursuit of greatness and history and immortality. They are facing the Brawling Broodslayer on tonight in the main event, and they're going to put them in their place. Roman takes the mic part way through their catchphrase and addresses Solo Sikoa. He says the elders may have sent him, but Solo now answers to him. He demands Solo to acknowledge him. Without hesitation, Solo took the microphone and acknowledged him as the tribal chief, and they embrace. Roman's music starts to play and everybody goes to leave, but Sami Zayn, though, the honorary Us, cuts off the microphone. And he apologizes, and of course Jey Uso just can't stand Sammy, yells at him, he says he knows he's not technically blood, but the way he's been taken in his family, he wanted to share his gratitude and also publicly acknowledge the tribal chief as well. Roman seems amused and says, "Sammy, I like you, but why are you talking right now?" And we're like, uh-oh. Are they going to kick Sammy out of the Bloodline? Did it not need anymore since they have the enforcer, Solo Sikoa? Or just the fact that, he's run his mouth about some things lately? He sees what's happening here, but why does he have their shirt on? Why is he tagging along with this about? What does Sammy want? And Sammy looks like devastated and heartbroken. And I'm thinking, is this the night where he gets kicked out of the Bloodline, like I said? He tells Sammy what he wants. He wants him to take the shirt off. And Sammy's had to say he won't do it. So then Jay gets in his face, also going to take it off, and Sammy says this is about what happened with Logan Paul last week. He can explain it, but Logan says, I'm not going to tell you again. Take the shirt off. Take it off. Take it off, everybody, take it off. There's a place downtown. Okay, I'm not saying catch that at 2:45 in the morning. But anyways, he hesitates so long, so Roman tells Jay to rip it off. And then Jay does rip the Bloodline shirt off. And he tells Sammy to listen for once. He doesn't want to see him in that shirt ever again. He's never going to wear a Bloodline shirt ever again. And it feels like it's just nailed in a coffin. It's over. It's dead. Babyface Sami Zayn. Here we are. Because Roman doesn't want him to wear the Bloodline shirt ever again. Because he got him a new one. Psych! Not happening yet. He pulls out a new shirt and it says on the front, SZ Honorary Us. And Sammy's like all excited, all happy about it. And he puts it on and does a fancy handshake with Jimmy. Goes to hug Solo. And then Jay, well, yeah, they still don't get along. The look on Jey Uso's face also was so priceless, and it was like a floating meme throughout the internet too of his reaction to this. Obviously, Jey doesn't approve, and then Roman asks him if he has anything to say, and Sammy acknowledges him, and he just deeply embraces him, and he's like, "Okay, Sammy, calm down here now." So yeah, they swerved us there. They really tricked me. I really thought they were gonna have or that they were gonna boot Sammy with the way that segment was going. But yeah, so surprise for sure. So we'll see where this goes, of course. Although it was weird, Roman didn't stick around though after this, because later on in the evening when they did the main event, no Roman. Then we get this match with Liv Morgan and Lacey Evans. And again, I'm sorry to say this. I know I'm engaged to be married, but I'm going to be honest. Lacey Evans is a lot better looking with the straight hair. Like, I'm actually okay, I feel bad for saying I just got engaged, but I actually think Lacey Evans is much more appealing, I think. I think I don't know why, I feel like it's starting to click for her, I feel like. In some ways. This match basically was, the story of the match was, what I got out of it was that Lacey Evans is doubting that Liv Morgan can get extreme. When she said that, the first thing I thought of was, oh crap. Don't tell me they're going to build this the same way they built to the kendo stick on a pole match. And have Liv look just, oh. But then I kept thinking, this is not, again, I keep saying, I cannot blame Vince. Vince isn't here anymore. Daddy's not, don't come here anymore, or whatever Roman said, the Austin Theory. But then Liv won, and then after the match, she takes out a kendo stick and starts beating down on Lacey, and then pulls out a table, sets up the table, and hits a diving senton through the table. And she's like, I can get extreme. I'm ready for you, Ronda. And I'm thinking, that's how you do it? Like, the booking for Liv Morgan, especially since her SummerSlam match, has been so weird. Because, the story going into SummerSlam was, okay, Liv cashed in on Ronda. Ronda's not that upset about it, but she wants her rematch. And she's getting her rematch. And obviously, there's this doubt that can Liv actually beat Ronda? And yes, they had, the Dusty finish, which I thought would lead Ronda to a heel turn. But to be honest, even though I haven't done the face turn yet, I feel like, Ronda's starting to get treated more like the baby face and Liv being the heel. Because Ronda's getting the reactions, and Liv's cutting, like, the delusional promos, thinking that she legitimately can beat Ronda and say, I beat you twice. It's like, you cashed in on her one time while Ronda was wounded, but also, you didn't really beat her at SummerSlam. Like, the booking, if you really want to make Liv serious, I even thought of this too. The best way the way you should be booking Liv is the way they booked Bayley in NXT when she was preparing for her rematch against Asuka. That's how I think you should be booking Liv. Obviously, even though, of course, she's champion, she's winning at least as champion. It's not like Nikki Ash, she lost all of her matches as champion. But you have that more serious side showing you mean business, but don't be all delusional saying like that, oh, I can beat you. I beat you twice, when it's not true. Like, show the side where it's like, it's like, okay, I got something to prove, but, I mean business, basically. Like, that's the vibe, again, that's the vibe I got out of this booking tonight of Liv. Like, when they did that, and they said she's ready to be extreme, it's like, that's all you had to do. That's all you had to do, really, and, I just thought it was a much nicer flow, a lot more smoother, and like I said, it didn't make Liv look so much like a delusional baby face. it made her actually feel like a baby face again. Like that's how you should be booking her. So again, we'll see what happens in the next 2 weeks with that as well. We also see Hit Row chatting about how they're going to be paying attention to the tag title matches. Street Profits join in, and then Shinsuke Nakamura joins in, and they have like a little bit like a watch party backstage. We also then see Sami Zayn berating the caterer, demand a vegan meal. So obviously Sami Zayn is acting like the stuck-up kid who thinks he's cool because he officially got like acknowledged and accepted by the bloodline. Well, except for Jey Uso. But he's going, being all cocky and whatnot. He runs into Madcap Moss and Ricochet. And Ricochet says he's changed. He used to be obnoxious and unbearable. But now he's on a whole new level. Madcap says that's what happens when you shove your head all the way up Roman Reigns' ass. But then Sammy tries to threaten him, saying you disrespect him, you disrespect the bloodline. They mock him, and then Sikoa comes out of nowhere and beats the hell out of both of the faces until Sami Zayn pulls him off of them. And we're being told that next week we're going to be getting a tag match with Ricochet and Madcap Moss versus Sami Zayn and Solo Sikoa. Okay? We then, of course, also get a Paul Heyman narrated video package on the Usos tag title reign. I guess they only have to beat Demolition and New Day's record, of course, to become, the longest reigning tag team champions. Which I can see them probably doing, I would say. I'm not sure how much longer they really have. Probably just a couple more months. I can't remember how many days they're on now, but they shouldn't be too far off. We then had New Day take on Maximum Male Models, beat them pretty quickly. Afterwards, though, Max Dupree yells at them, takes off his blazer, and just slams the apron and just storms off. Again, hopefully it is still a tease that LA Knight is coming back and get this creepy-ass Max Dupree thing gone. Like I said, if you want to keep the Maximum Male Models, even though they're awkward as hell, fine. Just have Maxine Dupree lead them. Have Max Dupree be LA Knight again. Because I like LA Knight. I think Max Dupree's a creep. So, we also get a video package for Otis and Braun Strowman. We also see more people at Hit Row's backstage watch party. Then we have Braun Strowman versus Otis. I thought the match was pretty solid. What I noticed about this match, and like I keep saying, like the booking of Braun Strowman, when they brought him back, scared me. Because again, I'm just like, if you're going to book him where he basically just takes out tag teams again, just takes out jobbers and everything, like it's nothing, you're going to be in the same rut you were in when you first booked him as strong as you did. You booked him too strong that when he failed to, capture the world title, he felt useless immediately because what else did he really have to do? What else was for him there to basically feel like he, improved? I feel like the way this match was, like, it was a solid match, but it also felt like they kind of, like, eased back on the character in some ways. Like, you feel like there's this story where Braun Strowman is still trying to reestablish himself. He's still trying to evolve. And him and Otis, decent chemistry. Strowman does win with the powerbomb. So we'll see where it goes. Like I said, I still think I still think he should have brought him back as a heel. But if they're booking him in a way where it's like it feels like that they're easing back on him, that's fine. So again, we'll see how that goes as well. The Brawling Brutes have an interview backstage. And they're saying they're going to win the tag titles, and you can ask Gunther what it was like to get dragged into the belly of the Red Dragon, and there will be a rematch in 2 weeks between Sheamus and Gunther. Sheamus will drag the title out of Gunther's cold, dead hands. But tonight it's about Ridge and Butch becoming new tag champions. Then we have Drew McIntyre coming out. But he does not have his sword. I never see he had a roll of tape in his hand. It was not. He mentioned how Karrion Kross has been attacking him and he's got some good news. He's got his first big-time match at Extreme Rules. But not just any match. It's a match designed to inflict maximum pain. A strap match. Which I'm like, a little random. I know a lot of people were beefing about this on Twitter, saying that, it's kind of a match more so meant for if someone was like, going to run away from someone and whatnot, which is of course why, CM Punk and MJF did like the dog collar match and whatnot. But to me, it more so sounds like to me that Drew just wants to prove that Kross is not afraid of him. And he'll stay attached to him if he has to do to beat him. But then Kross's music hits, Scarlett comes out, Kross tries to attack from behind, but then Drew for a while was getting the upper hand on Kross until Scarlett threw a fireball in Drew's face. Kross tries to attack, but Drew blocks and spine busts him, but Scarlett threw a low blow, and then Kross got Drew into the cross jacket. And basically, as I told him, you're doomed and whatnot, he accepts the challenge for Extreme Rules. So cool. Interesting. But again, we'll see how that goes. Like I said, I more so look at it right now, because I've never really seen a segment where Drew, backed away from, where Kross backed away from Drew like a coward. So, I think, again, a strap match to kind of show that, Drew's not afraid to stand up to them, even though Kross has been, dangerous since coming back. It's different. We'll see. I like that they're giving a variety, though, of stipulations, though, to Extreme Rules. For sure. Raquel Gonzalez beat Dakota Kai with a schoolboy roll-up after Shotzi Blackheart came out there to even the odds, try to even the odds best she can. She brawled with Bayley and Io Sky. I don't know. Again, I'm still a little confused because I'm pretty sure, again, Damage Control will be in War Games. I just don't know, though, because you would think, based off how they're booking it, they would do 3 teams of 3. Damage Control, Bayley, Bianca, Asuka, and Alexa, and maybe Aaliyah, Shotzi, and Raquel. But you think about it too. It's like they have the beef with Damage Control, but do they really have any beef with anybody else though? Too, I feel like the dynamic wouldn't quite be there if they went that route, which is why I keep thinking there's going to be 2 teams of 4 or 5. Maybe if it, I was going to say 5, but then again, I still want Becky Lynch to be in that War Games match. So we'll see where it goes. Hit Row still had their party, and Los Lotharios has randomly come in and just attack and get out. So we're getting a match with Hit Row and Los Lotharios next week. And then the main event match was the Usos versus the Brawling Brutes. And again, I thought it was a very fun main event match. Again, the Brawling Brutes looked excellent. Again, the biggest thing I think that's what's drawing me to them, besides, again, Sheamus getting the reaction that he got in Cardiff, but also because we got Pete Dunne, Butch, who's getting his look back, and he's wrestled the Bruiserweight again. So it's immediately skyrocketing the credibility, I think, with the Brawling Brutes. And like I said, Ridge Holland doing that double back drop body, I thought was awesome as well. Too, again, he's getting it there. Butch just needs his name back and he'll be fine. Ridge, is still, shedding off the green, but again, I still think he's doing fine too. So yeah. But of course, Imperium come out and attack Sheamus, and of course, off distraction, the Usos super kick the Brutes, and then they hit the 1D on Pete Dunne to get the victory, and that's how the show ends. But yeah, I thought it was solid. I gave it a B- this week. Again, I love the tag match. I do like how Brawl and Brutes are kind of getting like a direction, and I'm enjoying it. Again, I love the stuff with, of course, Sami Zayn and Roman Reigns. I was intrigued though by Liv's booking as well too. So, plus a solid episode of SmackDown. I gave it a B minus. Check the live chat before we go off the air here. Tyler wants AJ, Edge, Ray, Asuka, Alexa, and Miz on SmackDown. We got Timothy Williams. What's up, Timothy? Thank you for joining us. He's new. How's it going? I'm tired, but, I'm doing well. He doesn't think Edge should be put on SmackDown or Asuka. Do that after the feud with Damage Control is over, he said. And he also thought Sammy was going to get hit. I did too. Tyler hates strap matches. They're worse than I Quit matches. I prefer the I Quit matches, in my opinion. Braun and Otis was the best match on SmackDown. I thought, again, their match was solid. Montgometer Gator says hi. Liv is nerdy. Montgometer Gator says Otis. And good to see Big Boy Braun back in the ring. Excellent. Alright guys, well, it's hit the 3 o'clock hour. I am definitely hitting the sleepy eyes, and I'm probably going to go to sleep. I'll upload the turn alert, though, before I go to sleep. I have one more video I'm going to record, but I guess I'll have to wait till morning to record it, to be honest. It's just a brief baseball video about a big moment that happened tonight in LA. So I will talk about that, of course, as well. Oh, yeah, and then the White Rabbit before I go. So I'm still pretty sure, unless it's somebody completely new, it's Bray Wyatt. The QR code tonight, though, of course, the last one has said 9/23. The next one, I think, had some reference to the place they're going to be at Monday for Raw. So we'll see what it does. It's a very big mystery aspect. I, again, still think it's Bray. Again, if it's not Bray, it's somebody else. But, we'll have to wait and see, though. But, guys, I'm tired. I'm going to hit the hay. That's my thoughts on tonight's episode of SmackDown. What are your guys' thoughts on SmackDown for this week? Make sure your thoughts down in the comment section below. Be sure as always to slap a like on the video, subscribe for more content on my channel, and follow me on Twitter as well at DemandAirBride3. Till then, guys, I'm checking out. I'll catch you all tomorrow morning as I do a quick baseball video talking about a historic moment that happened tonight in baseball history. And, I'll see you guys tomorrow. So till then, guys, check it out. Have a great rest of your night. Sleep tight, everybody. Peace out, everybody. Oops, I wasn't even close to the thing there. Again, thank you, of course, to the live chat. I'm surprised we had some people in the live chat tonight because of how late it is currently. But I do appreciate your guys' support, as always. So, till then, guys, I'm checking out. Catch y'all in the morning. Peace out, everybody.